to speak to Keith Downie there, who had that chat with Eddie out on the dog walk. And Keith, I know you've covered Newcastle for a very long time now. Just explain how much of a turnaround there's been under Eddie Howe, and how the mood in the city has changed too.
Yeah, Jules, first of all, it was the dog Willis who took Eddie and I on the walk the other day. He was pretty powerful, I have to say. But just looking at Eddie Howe and how he's transformed this club, I remember standing outside St James's Park in November 2021. You can probably hear some fans arriving behind me just over my shoulder early on, getting into the spirit of things. But yeah, November 2021, when Unai Emery turned Newcastle United down to remain at Villarreal, I thought that was bad news, that Newcastle had missed out on their top target to be the first manager after the takeover. It was the best thing that happened to the club, because in came Eddie Howe and the rest is history. Just 15 months later, he's led the club to their first cup final in a long, long time. Their first cup final since 1999. As you said earlier, the first cup final this century. And what he's done is he's re-engaged the city and brought everyone together again. It's been an amazing 15 months to see. They're obviously chasing Champions League football at the top of the table. But I think it's what he's done with involving everyone throughout the city. You heard from Kevin Keegan there, and that lovely piece we heard before the interview. And I think if Eddie Howe goes on to lift the trophy alongside the Newcastle United players today, that will elevate Howe alongside Kevin Keegan as an absolute legend of the football club. The players who take to the field today know that if they leave everything out there and they give their heart and soul to the club and end up winning the trophy, they will be legends. They will go down as folklore, and the local Geordies in the team, the likes of Sean Longstaff and Dan Byrne, have been hammering that down the throats of the players for the last couple of weeks. This is a huge moment for them. Remember, this trophy drought, this domestic trophy drought, Jules, goes back 68 years. They've not won a domestic trophy since the FA Cup back in 1955, and you can just sense that excitement and anticipation in the supporters who, as you heard from just a moment ago, are already gathering here on Wembley Way. I'm just outside the Newcastle United team hotel here, and they're already gathering, trying to wish the players and the staff good luck. I've seen a couple of them out already for a wander, but I'd imagine they're already getting themselves prepared and ready for what will be probably, for most of them, the biggest game of their lives.
Yeah, and these Newcastle fans arriving, 6 hours before kick-off, and many of them have been in London since yesterday. Thousands of them, in fact, making their way down, Keith. Some atmosphere, wasn't there, in the city last night?
Yeah, Jules, I popped into Trafalgar Square myself last night for a little look. I got there about 4 o'clock. I think there was maybe about 2,000 or 3,000 Newcastle fans, all pretty calm. By about 7:30, 8 o'clock last night, I reckon there was probably about 10,000 Newcastle United supporters taking over Trafalgar Square last night. It was like being at a music festival. It was pretty crazy scenes. The pictures that we got just at sunset round about 5:30 last night were pretty calm as to what happened later. But listen, it's a great opportunity for them just to enjoy themselves and just see what the future could be as a Newcastle United supporter. Now that they've got the financial backing since the takeover, they feel they've been in the doldrums under Mike Ashley for the 15 years of his tenureship. And it's a chance for something new for them, and something, you know, a whole generation of Newcastle United supporters haven't seen before. So I just took a little wander myself down Wembley Way just in the last half an hour just to see, and as I said there a moment ago, Newcastle United fans everywhere. I've not even seen a Manchester United fan. In fact, I think the Met Police said in the last few hours, actually, they reckon there could be up to 100,000 Newcastle United supporters in London this weekend for the game, with, of course, only I think 33,000 with tickets for the game. They just want to be as close to the action as humanly possible so they can cheer their team on to silverware, because that drought, as I'm sure any of them will tell you, has gone on too long. So an exciting afternoon for them certainly lies ahead.